Hi Pisces, welcome to August and your TarotScope, your Love TarotScope for August. This is Teresa from tarotbyt.com and I'm getting ready to do your forecast for this month. And I want to create some sacred space around this reading. So I want to say thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for those who have ordered readings. If you'd like a private reading, you can just visit my website at tarotbyt.com and we can set that up. And also, I wanted to say, this month we're having 2 eclipses in the month of August, plus Mercury retrograde. So, a lunar eclipse in Aquarius happens on August 7th, and a solar eclipse in Leo happens on August 21st. And this is like a major solar eclipse. If you're living in the United States, it's gonna go right across the states, and a lot of people are gonna be able to see it. So people are excited. They're calling it the Great American Eclipse. We're excited about it. So eclipses usually bring major changes to our lives. It's like full moons and new moons on steroids, as you've heard. With the full moon, things may be revealed, and we may be releasing things at the time of the full moon or coming to a culmination, completing things. And with the new moon, it's a push for a new beginning. And it's very powerful energy. It could last a month or 6 months or even to a year, depending on how it aspects your natal chart. So in your chart, Pisces, this is running across your 12th house and 6th house. So you're going to have a full moon in your 12th house on the 7th, and then the new moon eclipse will be in your 6th house. And that's the house of health and service and employment. So you have new beginnings. It could be that you release, with the full moon, you're releasing psychological blockages. The 12th house is the house of it could be hidden enemies. It could be ways that we self-sabotage. It could be just things that are hidden. If you have some kind of health issue that hasn't been visible, it may come up now. And so you can heal it and release it. It could be psychological blockages. Whatever it is, it's a clearing out. It's a time of completing old karma, releasing old karma, and then it's preparing you for the solar eclipse, the new moon, where you have a new beginning, either in your employment situation or in your health. You may have a new health regimen or start a new lifestyle that's healthier, or you may decide to go into a new level of service. Where you bring your talents and your gifts to the world that help others, where you're going to be working with others who are disadvantaged, because the 6th house is the house of service. So you could be starting a job as doing some social work or some type of counseling. Whatever it is, you're helping others or you're serving society in some way. And so it's exciting new beginning in that area. But before you can serve, you have to also take care of yourself. So there's a health aspect there where you have to take care of your health. If you've been overdoing, working too much, and your health is suffering, you may have set up a new plan where you have more work-life balance. So let's see also Uranus with the new moon eclipse. Uranus will be in your 2nd house. So this could be bring in some changes with your income. You know, it could bring that you get funding that allows you to create this new beginning. So there could be more money coming in, or just a sense of self-worth, where you have a new way of looking at yourself and valuing yourself. What do I value? What's important? So those things might be changing. Uranus, you never know what's going to happen. It could bring money in or take money out. So it could be it's an unstable influence, but it's also a freeing influence. So, but I think this is positive. I think that whatever you're beginning with the solar eclipse is going to lead to more freedom of movement. So if money has been an issue, has been holding you back, then you might have a sudden opportunity that brings more money, so that you can achieve the things that you want to achieve. And it might involve technology in some way. Science, technology, cutting edge treatments. So if there's a health issue, there could be some new revolutionary protocol that's going to help you. So let's see what the cards say for the month of August. What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? What does Pisces need to know about love and relationships for the month of August? The King of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Magician, the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the King of Cups represents someone in your life. This could be someone that you're dealing with, or it could be qualities within yourself. The King of Cups is someone who is very sensitive, has deep feelings, but they don't always show them. This king would make a good healer or a good counselor, could be working in the medical field or the counseling field. So it could be something that someone you're dealing with that it could be like a good friend that you could confide in, someone that you feel like you could talk to, and they really understand you. So you could be forming a partnership with someone that really gets you, that you feel you have an affinity for. And so if you're in a relationship, and you have the Ten of Pentacles here, this is the wealth card. This is the family security card. So I think things are looking good in terms of love and family. If you're in a relationship, you're feeling secure. You're going to be feeling secure that someone is there for you. Someone, you have like a partner that you could really talk to, that you really resonate with. If it's a business situation, you could be partnering with someone where you're going to be actually bringing in a lot of money. You're going to be doing whatever you're partnering with, whatever you're starting, has the potential to bring in financial support, to be very successful in a financial way. In the past, you have the Queen of Cups. This could represent, both cup signs usually represent water signs, so you could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The Queen of Cups could represent, so either of these cards could represent you as a Pisces, whether you're male or female. So you could be dealing with people. You might have started a new relationship. If you're not with someone, there could be a new relationship with someone that's very compatible with you. If you are in a relationship, the Ace of Cups can mean a rebirth within that relationship, like a new way of loving, or a new way of expressing that love that leads to more stability and more security. Maybe even marriage, because you have the Four of Wands here in your environment. So you're definitely forming some type of serious partnership in August. Whether it's business or personal, it's going to lead to stability and success, because the Four of Wands is a victory card, it's a stability card. So you're building something that's going to last. Whether you're building a business that's going to be profitable and it's going to serve society in some way, or whether you're forming a relationship that's going to lead to commitment and stability and greater like harmony or financial security. Like you're feeling, okay, I finally found someone that I could feel at home with. I feel that this person really contributes to my life in a positive way. Coming up in the future, you have the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of juggling a lot of things. So you might be working two jobs, you have a lot of projects, a lot of irons in the fire. For some of you, it could mean that you're dating two people and you may decide to leave one behind and choose the right person, because I'm seeing these two queens here and they're both looking in opposite directions. So I feel like you might be severing ties with someone who may not have been honest with you. Because I see the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords is a card of, it's the thief card. So there could be someone in your environment that you're not sure if you can trust. And you might be, with the new moon, with the full moon, truths may be surfacing. So if someone's been a hidden enemy, if you have a hidden enemy, someone's been talking about you behind your back, that may come up during the eclipse time. And you may eclipse a relationship from your life. Someone that you feel has lied to you, or has told you one thing to your face, another thing behind your back. So I see like you're kind of like, you're not seeing eye to eye anymore. This Queen of Wands is someone who is very aggressive, very ambitious, only out for herself, and she feels like the ends justifies the means. So you may feel that you've been betrayed by someone, and you may want to sever ties. At the same time, you're forming a partnership with someone who really does have your back. So you have a mixed thing coming in August, where you realize, okay, I know who's on my side, I know who's not, and I'm going to just, break away from the people who are not really serving me, who are not working in my best interests, and I'm going to focus on the person that I really resonate with, who I know is going to be there for me. With the Magician here, because like the Seven of Swords is sneaky energy. Someone's been working behind the scenes, either to discredit you or talk behind your back, or take credit for your ideas. These are all the things that represent the Seven of Swords. It's a dishonest card. It's a sneaky energy. Like you're busy working on a project and someone else is working to undermine you from behind the scenes. So you have to be careful with that. I'm not sure which person that will, but you have these two queens. So you want that, but that might be revealed during the eclipse time, because the full moon usually brings things to light, especially since it's operating across your 12th house and 6th house. The 12th house is the house of hidden enemies. It's the house of subconscious things that you're repressing, things that you do to self-sabotage. It's the house of karma. So you're finishing up old karma. You're clearing the decks, preparing for a new beginning. And so some things may come up that you may feel, if you have any hidden enemies, I think they're going to come up. You're going to see, and you may feel betrayed by someone. But it's going to be good because now you'll know the truth, and you could focus your energies in a more positive direction. The Magician also represents the power of positive thinking, and you have the tools, you have good communication abilities. So you need to use your, you might be communicating, you might be using communication more. And don't be afraid to speak your truth, to speak your mind. If you need to confront someone, don't be afraid to do that. The other thing with the Magician is you have all the tools you need for success. So don't doubt your abilities. Just visualize a positive outcome and you can manifest it. We're moving into a time where our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts are very critical. So it's really important how to control your thoughts and make sure you're thinking in terms of a positive outcome and not thinking in a negative way that's attracting negativity to you, because you will see that things are speeding up and our thoughts are being manifested at a quicker pace at this time than they have in the past. So you just think something and bam, it starts to materialize. And you have that ability. Don't doubt that you have that ability, because you do. So you are going to, you can benefit, you can use that to manifest what you want to happen and to create this stability in your environment. You have the Four of Wands here. That's the marriage card. If you're in a relationship, you could be seriously thinking about marriage. If you're forming a business partnership, or it would be something stable and it will be something that will bring rewards. So you're creating something stable at this time. You're creating stability for yourself. There could be marriage in your future if you've really recently connected with a soulmate. Here you have the Six of Pentacles. This is a card of give and take, of giving, because Pisces is probably the most giving sign of the zodiac. You care very much. You have a lot of compassion for people less fortunate. And you're always working to help others. And working, if someone has a problem, you're there. Come and stay at my house. Let me feed you. You're always there giving, giving, giving. One thing you have to make sure, because another thing that the Seven of Swords, make sure that someone is not taking advantage of your kindness. You may be giving too much to someone who doesn't really value your contribution or doesn't value your input and is just using you for in some way, using your resources selfishly. So you want to put a limit on, don't be, you want to give, you want to help, but don't become involved in a codependent relationship where you're doing all the giving and the other person's doing all the taking. You have to have balance with the 6. The 6 is about balance. It's also about karma. So whatever you're putting out into the world, all the good that you're doing for others, it's going to come back to you. You want to make sure that you give, though, to yourself as well, that you have time to recharge. And it could be that this new relationship is a karmic reward for all the goodness that you've given over the years to others. Now you're being rewarded by the universe with financial success, stability, romance. As long as you avoid the pitfalls of the 7 of Swords. And don't do anything sneaky or underhanded, because there's a good chance that could be revealed at this time with these eclipses. So whether it's you that's being the sneak or someone else, that can come up. That's the only negative that I see in this reading. Everything else is very positive. Just be aware of who your friends are and who is supporting you, and be aware of where you're giving your energy. Are you giving it to someone who values and appreciates you, or are you giving it to someone who takes you for granted and is just using you? That's the decision. Because I see this is a fire sign, the Queen of Wands. And this could be male or female, but it's someone who they have an agenda. They don't do anything without an agenda. And their main goal is to win and to be successful. And sometimes they don't care who they hurt along the way. So you want to be careful of someone with that energy and make sure that you're not expressing that yourself. The Queen can also represent you taking a leadership role in your life and working for others. That's your main goal, is to help others and to be more of a leader. You may in the past have doubted your leadership abilities, but you should, take charge. So if you're not dealing with someone like the Queen who has been abusing your kindness, then you need to make sure that you tap into that ability, the ability to lead, the ability to take charge, because you have those abilities. Don't ever doubt that you could juggle everything. You can juggle home, family, and get recognition at the same time. But the main message, I think, is one of releasing, because of the 12th house, finishing up old karma, releasing any blockages, any self-sabotaging behavior, anything that you're doing that's detrimental to your health. If you've been working too hard and not giving yourself enough rest, if you haven't been eating properly, if you haven't been exercising, you have an opportunity now to get on the right path in terms of health, in terms of how you're serving others. If you've been overdoing it, giving too much of yourself and it's affecting your health, you need to put a stop to that and start to take care of you. This is a time where you could start a new health regimen, a new way of eating, a new way, an exercise program, a new healthy regimen that's going to support your body so that you can continue to serve. And stop letting people drain you. Stop letting people take advantage of your kindness. You need to set some boundaries. But more importantly, I'm seeing good things in terms of relationship. I'm seeing that you have someone that's very close to you that really cares about you. They may not be very expressive. They may be kind of shy with their feelings, but they care. Their feelings run deep. Even if they're not communicating it, you can trust that they'll be there for you. So, so for some of you, to sum up, some of you may be forging ties with a relationship that leads to marriage or commitment. Some of you may be releasing yourself from relationships where you felt some sense of betrayal and moving on a better path. Some of you will be dealing with psychological or health issues where you're healing from the past and you're releasing old karma and you're getting on a healthier path or healthier track, where you're learning how to not be drained by the psychic vampires in your life. You're learning how to say no and feel good about it. And you're learning how to form better relationships that are healthier. It's all about, and also in a work situation, you're learning how to work for the welfare of others without being drained in the process. You're learning how to take care of yourself too, and set boundaries so that your health doesn't suffer. That's the main thing, because Pisces is such a giving sign. You sometimes forget to give to yourself. You just keep giving, 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 and then you're exhausted by the end of the week or the end of the day, and you feel like, oh, I just can't go on. And you don't want to get to that situation. You don't want to ruin your health, because you want to live to give again tomorrow, and you want to set limits on your giving. You know, it's okay to say, look, I'm really tired tonight. I need to, you know, be by myself. I need to recharge this weekend. I can't be here. I can't be everything to everybody. I just can't. I need some time out. It's okay to take that time out. Nurture and love yourself too. That's okay. So I feel like you're going to be making some changes in that area. But the world is going to start to see just how compassionate you really are. Because Leo, which is the new moon, all these planets in Leo, Leo's about getting recognition, being the center of attention for your expressing your special gifts. And this falls in your 6th house of service. So people, the world, your job, or not just in your job, but even in the community, people are going to see just how compassionate you really are, how much of a giving heart you really have. And you're going to get some type of recognition for that. And you are going to be creating something that will lead to success and financial stability. So keep up the good work, Pisces. Just remember to take care of yourself and rest every now and then. That's my message for August, and I wish you much luck and love and success. And I hope this reading was a help to you. I will talk to you again in September. Okay, bye now.